Blackburn
Enterprises.
Thank you for coming to our channel. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me. Back with a new series review. I'm JB.
And I'm Ken.
And today we're going to be, actually this is going to be a recap and review.
Yes, it is.
What are we recapping and reviewing?
Harlem Season 2.
Season 2.
Episodes 1 and 2.
Episodes 1 and 2.
Yes.
Episodes 1 and 2. Looks like they're doing something a little different, you know what I'm saying? They're releasing, instead of releasing the whole season, and I think me and you talked about this, a lot of seasons are doing this, a lot of series are doing this now where they're not necessarily releasing the whole season. So
yeah, they're making you wait.
Yeah, making you wait, you know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it. So let's go ahead and dive right on in. So with your girl Camille, aka Making Good. And so it goes into, you know, if you remember last season, it ended with her and Ian, you know, giving a little smooch.
Yep.
And actually, it was messed up because Mira actually seen it, you know.
Yeah.
And then for a minute, it looked like Mira didn't see it. Like
So,
she almost, like she tried to play it
It
up.
opened up with her, like, acting like, she was like, hey, how, you like this dress? And she was like, I can't pretend that I didn't see that.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you think about, like, actually Mira actually walking in on that situation and, you know, like seeing it in her face?
Heartbreaking. That was very heartbreaking for her.
Mm-hmm.
She did not, I don't think she expected that. And I think she said that it was multiple times that she seen them kiss.
Yeah, she said she seen them quick.
Yeah.
It was the second time that she had seen
Yeah.
them kiss. Yeah.
So she was like, wind's off. Forget you. And you're not cool. And so, yeah, the wedding's off. Which messed up her homegirl's dress sale, too, right?
I mean, I think she had already sold it at
she
that
had
point.
already, okay.
So,
Can't get your money back, ma'am.
right. And
Final sale.
right. So she's going through a whole thing, but I guess after that situation, she ends up figuring out I guess we're still dealing with the ramifications of decisions that she made at the end of the last season. So if you remember, she actually quit. You know what I'm saying? But she's trying to figure out if she wants to quit or unquit or whatever. And so I think she finally comes to the decision that she's going to work, but she's only going to work for the summer.
Yeah.
So I like the idea, and I think that's the thing with Camille, what she's doing and what she shows in these first 2 episodes, that she's kind of taking charge and owning up to the decisions that she's, you know, that she actually wants to make.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about, you know, one of those decisions being that she's gonna, you know, honor her responsibilities and work through the summer?
I think that's very responsible. What's her name? Whoopi Goldberg's character is over her. She's like, girl, you did the most or whatever. But I think that that's good that she's going to take responsibility and finish out what she started.
Right.
So it's always a good thing.
And I guess unfortunately in this first episode though, she hasn't quite grasped that whole idea yet. So the whole ordeal with Jameson, she more or less tries to avoid, you know, since she's avoiding him like the whole episode where he's calling and he's trying to text him and then trying to see what's up, you know, and then finally, you know,
he finds her.
Yeah, and then they has a conversation, and they kind of break up, but they break up more so with her not answering the question.
Well, basically, he then said he wasn't gonna take the job in at the Chicago
because he was trying to commit.
He was gonna stay with her in New York, and she was like very unenthused about it.
Right.
And so he was like, "Well, that's my answer. Like, you're not even excited, happy that I'm gonna be here with you.
Right.
Most definitely don't need to be with you."
Right. And so, what do you think about that? Or as far as somebody, I think her character, and I think she says that later on in episode 2. I guess as far as not really admitting the bad qualities or bad things that she does.
Yeah.
And so she really didn't want to, she was trying to avoid being the bad guy. So how do you feel about, you know, and I think a lot of times with people that are, you know, that have those characteristics, that's something I can definitely identify with as far as not wanting to do something because you know it's going to, you know, make someone mad or it's going to be uncomfortable. But that in the long run being worse than not just going ahead and communicate.
Because you just gotta say it head on, what you feeling and what you thinking about, and if not, it's gonna mess you up. Because it broke his heart. Really, he was like, man. I mean, for somebody to turn down a job for you in a whole nother state, that's deep.
That is deep.
And so And then the funny thing was they had looked at this website and she thought that Jameson was like bashing her on the website, but it wasn't even him. So who else you done?
So that happens mostly in
else you done messed up?
Right, that happens like, mostly in episode 2.
Yeah.
But speaking of getting deep, Quinn is looks like she's starting her new life, and she has a new girlfriend, and she's kind of falling head over heels. How do you feel about Quinn? And she's falling head over heels, and she might be doing it, but
she's doing too much.
She might be doing too much.
Absolutely,
what do you think about that?
You're doing too much. Like, first of all, you're overthinking it. Just have a conversation. They grown like we grown. Mm-hmm. They grown well in their 30s at least.
Right.
So you just need to be having grown up conversations with her about what she likes, what she doesn't like, and the girl is like, I'm just having fun here. I ain't trying to do all what you're trying to do.
Well,
but she was excited, I guess.
But I do think at one point she does communicate, and basically she's like, she likes her, and she wants her to, like her back, and like, everything that they're doing. And this is new for her. She's a lot of things she hasn't experienced, so she's trying to, acquiesce and, trying to put, quote unquote, put her best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? So I do like that about Quinn, the fact that even though she is overthinking it, she is trying, and she's actually communicating and letting her know how she feels about stuff, even when they, get down to the get down. Yeah. And she brings a lot of, extracurricular activities, you know what I'm saying? A bunch of them. She basically...
She was like really trying to please the lady.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ty, because Ty took her to the store, and they had a whole field day, you know what I'm saying? Spent like $4,000-5,000 worth of fun. So yeah. But I think overall that she's just really, she's trying to do what she can to make sure that she pleases her. Yeah. So let's go. Speaking of pleasing, let's go on to Angie, because it looks like she's getting.
Angie, honey, baby, Angie is showing all the way out this season. She said she tried to go back to familiar, but he was like,
he was mad because again, going on from last season, she basically got their play, the Get Out musical
canceled.
Got that canceled. Got that shut down. So he's pretty much,
he's like over her.
Yeah, because that was his money. You know what I'm saying. So now, right. Yeah. So he not trying to fool with her. So. Yeah, so what do we think about...
well, she had a cab person, like, manifest her life or whatever.
Yeah, you're not hearing a cab. It was on the corner. Remember, it was a guy. He was like on the corner. Remember, it was like kind of like
he said that she was gonna meet somebody.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
She met.
Yeah, she said basically
several people. Josh said, "Ooh."
I mean, I think her character is interesting. And I remember, I can't remember if we talked about this in our series review when we did season 1 and not. But I do remember some people looking at her like a turnoff because she's so sex positive. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say that word or not on YouTube because they be tripping.
She's really positive in her sensuality.
Right, she is. And so, how do you feel about her and her character and she,
being liberated?
Yes,
she's a liberated woman.
Being very liberated.
I feel like there's a lot of liberated people in this new day and age. This is what we've been talking.
New day and age?
I mean, we've always been liberated, but we've been stifled though by, religion and personas and black bodies being exploited and things like that. So, but I feel like now it's a coming of age moment where people, this is what it is. And so she has no shame in her game, and the fact that she pretended to be her twin self was hilarious.
Right. I think that's why I do
that
think
was the funniest thing
and I do think like she, out of everybody, she is the funniest when it comes to, what I'm saying, her delivery and the thing. And I think she's the rawest too. And I think, a lot of the other characters aren't as, I want to say, not that they're not real, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I think she is the most comfortable with herself, if we're being honest. Like, if you look at all the characters, you know what I'm saying?
Which is really good, because body-wise, I mean, she has a lot of body positivity, and she might be she's thick. She looks good. I know. I'm saying she looks good, but... within her friend group, you know what I'm saying? People would characterize her as something different, but she is
in the friend group. She's the thickest. So she got body. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right.
And it was hilarious when that dude hyped himself up to be a dud.
Oh yeah. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into that.
Okay, that's funny. I'm going to the other.
And so we're just going to Ty.
Ty.
And they touch on how like a conversation comes about how she doesn't connect to other people because that's what her husband. And that seemed like the whole ordeal with this episode and the last second episode that it's gonna be a real theme going through the season. Is what I'm trying to say because she continues. She like talks about him the whole.
Mm-hmm. He's really
episode.
Getting to her because he want her money, like.
And that's trash. That's so trash. But she feels like what he said. It bothers her though. It bothers her that he says that she doesn't really connect to anybody, and none of her friends they don't object to it. So how do you feel about her? What do you think about her character and her kind of trying to figure out? Is there something she can do to try to connect? She even thinks about buying a dog.
Yeah. She and she doesn't have any kids. She can't stay in a relationship. She cuts people out. So I mean, she's doing self-reflection, and I feel like she's probably thinking I ain't getting no younger. So I need to get my life together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably what she's feeling like.
Yes, and
one thing. Mean it's her though. So.
Right, and one thing that she did do, and one thing I definitely like shows about this, and Insecure was definitely a proponent of doing this, and it looks like they're following in the footsteps of food. I'm hungry, so that is.
Right.
But following the footsteps, and they actually had Rachel True in this episode. If y'all don't know who she is, she's the one that she was on Half and Half. She was also on Half Baked. And one of your favorite movies, The Craft. You know what I'm saying? And she like, child, the black don't crack because she pretty much looks the exact same. You know what I'm saying? And definitely aging with grace.
Backwards,
so I'm saying, what do you think about her character and her being in the plant store, and trying to sell Ty a plant?
Oh my gosh!
And to sell her a $75 cactus.
Yes.
Which she ended up breaking or ruining.
No, she put it down the garbage disposal.
Right. Yeah. And
like what?
Yeah.
$75 literally down the drain.
Down the drain.
Like what? Who does that?
I don't know. Well,
but it was good seeing her do some work.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember her dialogue, but she's always good to see on the screen. So I can't remember what she was saying. Mm-hmm. I do remember the cactus, and I remember the plant. Yes, she was explaining to her about the
and they was haggling over the price. They was going back and forth because she was like, "It's a sale, not a sale."
Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, because it's 35% off the sales price or whatever."
Yeah, all that. So going back to Camille, and like I touched on, like she really didn't want to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
And I think as she goes through episode 1 and as she goes through episode 2, she continues to like get more comfortable in those feelings and just putting big girl panties on and telling people how she feels. She ends up at the end of this episode 2, she ends up telling Jameson how she really feels about the situation, and her and Ian kind of got into it, which I feel like he was
being a light-skinned man. What they would say, what our niece would say.
Oh, jeez.
Being real light-skinned.
Oh, shout out to Janai. But yeah, he was acting like real, you know what I'm saying? Because they was talking, he was asking her about how did Jameson take it when she told him about him. Yeah. And then she was like, well, I didn't tell him. And then like he felt some type of way because he didn't.
Right.
He was like, wait, what?
You want to be
that
guy.
And even though she ended up saying that, was talking about the situation not being 100% truthful with him in the beginning or whatever, he still was acting like a meathead.
Yes, he was a meathead.
Like he was, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I guess but it took her, I guess which is sometimes how it works in relationships, somebody has to be
the bigger person,
and and he did, come out and say that, I have been knowing that I didn't feel for Mira like I needed to feel with her, and I ended up calling the wedding off the day before, you know what I'm saying? That that wasn't good. So at least he finally did fess up.
Yeah,
you know
did.
what I'm saying?
He did take some accountability.
Yeah, some accountability, because at first he was not doing it, and I didn't like that. But speaking of things that I didn't like, unfortunately, I mean, I like Quinn's character, and like I said, I feel like she was being honest about how she felt, but she was moving way too fast or whatever.
She was,
and so, how do you feel about her and I believe it's Isabella being on different pages?
Yeah, like I said, they really didn't have time to communicate. She really just was like excited about this newfound lifestyle that she had.
Mm-hmm.
So she wasn't really thinking about the repercussions because she was boohoo crying, and I was like, oh, that's so sad.
It was sad. I mean, but I think she was. I mean, she felt like they had connected.
The connection, and a connection doesn't mean that that's a fit though.
Right.
It could be, so.
And I guess she was just moving faster than she was because because I feel like she was giving her that excuse, like basically like she don't know if she can have a relationship and work on being I forgot if she's a mayor, she's something in the political in the political world or whatever. And I feel like that was more of a cop out, what I'm saying? Because if it's something that you want to do, at the end of the day, you're gonna do it.
You're gonna make it work.
You're gonna make it right, or at least try. You know what I'm saying? It's like you didn't even.
But I don't think, and I don't even think she really was trying to break up with her. She was just trying to.
Yeah, I think she was.
She was just like,
but the way it came off, you know what I'm saying? So and Quinn was like, nah, I'm just gonna. I'm feeling back up. I do. One thing I did notice though, that when she was talking to Angie, she was telling her that your boy had called or something, or texted or something like that. Sean had. So I'm wondering if he's gonna show back up. I haven't seen him in any of the promo material, so I don't think he's gonna show up. But it would be nice if he did. You know what I'm saying? Just for me. Just for my sake.
That's so funny.
But moving on to Angie. Angie is still trying to get some good look, and it looked like she might have got some good look because she meets a guy and he has a bomb house and he has a bomb personality and he's cute and everything is working except he is what y'all used to say in the early 90s. Was that early 90s? Don't want no short man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
my goodness.
So have you ever dealt with that situation where you had somebody that wasn't
talking all that mess?
Yeah, and then when
I gotta go way back in my archives. Think about this.
Whatever.
I do gotta go way back in my archives.
Okay, well maybe you do. So y'all go ahead, women. Y'all go ahead and comment down below. How do y'all feel when a man is not packing, is not bringing what he needs to when it comes in that category?
It's nothing worse than when they talk that stuff and then that happens.
Okay. So that's what it was. It was mainly because he was talking.
Yeah, he did a lot of big boy talk.
He was talking a lot of big boy stuff.
A lot of big boy.
At all, and she ended up telling him about himself and really talking bad to him again, which is another comedic point, you know what I'm saying, in the show. And again, points out, like I said, a lot of times, she does a lot of funny stuff and does it well. So kudos to her. And so on the Ty, like I said, they said Ty can't connect, and it's so much so that she ends up being on shebetoxic.com, and they're on there wearing her out. So how do you feel about her being on their website and people on there talking bad about her and what have you?
Well, I didn't even know they had websites like that. I really want to look and see if they do have a bashing website.
I'm pretty sure they do.
And it was the really funny thing about it is when she was reading the stuff out loud and her friends was like, you didn't never... Oh, you really did.
Yeah, right.
Like the stuff was true. Right. That's what really made it bad. Like
Ty is a player from the Himalayas.
Yeah, she said I ain't thinking about none of these. But she ended up meeting her maker.
Right, because she ends up meeting with somebody
just like
that
her.
Just like her. You know what I'm saying? And like she's intrigued about this person, by learning about this person on She Be Toxic, and they get together, and it actually seems like they're on the same page. But so what do you think that's gonna go? Because me personally, I feel like one of these gonna
get that
somebody.
I feel like Ty's gonna get a feeling.
Yeah, I can see that. But right now it seems like they're on the same page. Yeah. So, but the interesting thing about that, how this episode ends up ending, is her husband ends up walking through, and I feel like he's gonna be nerve-wracking, getting on my nerves this whole season. But,
yes.
But it is what it is. So, what do you feel about him continually popping up and being on that BS?
I guess he said he her husband still. So, until they divorce, he gonna be right there.
Until the papers are signed.
Until the papers are signed, he gonna be right there.
Right, that's trash.
It is.
And Another interesting thing about this is Megan Good. She actually directed this episode.
Okay.
So I thought,
the
that
second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I thought that was dope, and that she continues to grow and in this area and get more comfortable behind the camera. Because she's already doing her thing, of course, in front of. Mm-hmm. That was episode 1 and 2. So what do you think is gonna take place between the 4 females in this homecoming?
I want to see what Ian's gonna do. Is he gonna be true?
Is he gonna act right?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to see. Because was this all worth it or no? Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
I wonder what Camille, what she's gonna end up doing as far as move, because I guess she's gonna be trying to move on. You know what I'm saying? To and she's gonna get a new job,
new position.
New position. What is she gonna do? How's the situation gonna end up working with Ty and her husband? Because it looks like he's actually trying to take money from her now. You know what I'm saying? Just to be petty,
just to be mean,
or whatever. How's Angie's luck gonna change? I feel like her luck is gonna change because she went through a streak where she kept winning. She kept winning free tickets and won another free ticket, won another free ticket.
Yeah, she gonna get her big break.
You know what I'm saying? And then what's gonna happen with Quinn? As she continues to explore, her new life in the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? How that's gonna work out for her.
Yeah.
So can't wait. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be 2 more episodes coming out this weekend. So I'm look forward to seeing where things are going to go.
Yes.
All right. So if you want to do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button. We'd definitely appreciate it, and it helps out the channel. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, bruh, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We definitely appreciate it, and you can see more videos like this one. And if you want to go ahead and do us another favor, you want to go ahead and hit that button that's shaped like a bell. If you want to go ahead and do that, you'll get a notification
every time we drop a new video.
And if you can go ahead and do us one more favor, you want to go ahead and comment down below. And what should they comment?
What are you looking forward to this season? Have you been watching Harlem?
Yes. What are you looking for this season 2 of Harlem? All right. We appreciate every single one of you. And I guess we'll holler at you. Peace.